Fellow heroes and Force users of all ages, hello there. Welcome back to Inside the Tauntaun, a podcast in the multiverse of fandom. I'm Daniel Dawson, and I'm joined by my dear friends and fellow Nerf herders, Alyssa Simmons.
Hi.
And Dino Nicandros. Dino? Dino? Oh, God! What happened to Dino?
The zombies got him!
Sweet Jesus! Oh,
Well,
actually, I guess. Oh, yeah, he couldn't
Yeah,
make it.
he's
Poor
not
guy.
here today.
Yeah, stupid people in the airport got us things all mixed up.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot, United.
Yeah, great work, United. Losing his bag.
I guess we're
boy.
not getting sponsored by United anytime soon. Oh, well. So anyway, today we are discussing What If? Episode 5, titled, What If? Zombies! Dun, dun, dun! Directed by Brian Andrews and written by Matthew Chauncey, and by God, we're Marvel fans.
I don't know who you are or where you came from.
I am Iron Man.
I thought they smelled bad on the outside.
Smells like a new car in here.
Inside the Tauntaun, this is our opening song. Alyssa, Daniel, Dino, talking nerd stuff, come along. Inside the Tauntaun podcast, please like and subscribe.
Oh, wow. I don't think we've ever done this, just the two of us.
I don't think so either. I just realized it. I was like, oh, is this a gay episode?
This is a gay podcast. No.
Gay zombies. Woo! I'm realizing that now too. I don't think that we really have a gay zombie movie.
Oh, you're right.
Maybe not one worth noting, at least.
They probably exist, but, to be honest, a lot of gay movies are really bad.
Not
so,
great. Not
yeah,
great.
yeah.
There are a few that are, touching, question
Sure.
mark.
But, most of the time, they're just, so sad. And I'm like, listen,
Yeah.
we're not all sad all the time. What the heck?
Yeah, I think I told you this too. After I got done watching Schitt's Creek, I cried so hard because I was
Yeah,
like,
it was just
this is
a
the first
sweet-
time that it's ever been a happy story, but and it didn't.
And there's no contention. There's no adultery. There's no,
Yeah.
I'm confused. I think I'm going to go be with a girl again for a while. What is that?
Oh God.
Oh, boy.
Anyways,
Anyways,
I
we'll get off of our
digress.
gay soapbox here and start talking
Ish.
about zombies.
Zombies. Wow. So
They really went for it.
they really did, and so we all hate Hank Pym now, I guess, because he's apparently
just
ruined.
Is bad. He's bad in all of the what ifs so
he
far.
ruined 2 separate universes.
Well, he has that's not surprising to me at all. In the
I
comics,
suppose.
in the comics, Hank is really.
He's kind of a dick.
Well, he's just really conflicted, all the time. He's
Mm.
less of a, he's less of the Hank we know from the MCU. I'll just put it that way.
Interesting.
It's always really complicated. When he's a part of the Avengers, whoever's in charge, they'll tell him to do something, and
Mm-hmm.
sometimes he won't do it, and then it causes all of
Interesting.
these other problems. He's definitely not.
He's I'm my own man. I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not part of an Avenger group.
He's just a little complicated, and he's not nearly as likable in the comics, I think, than he is in the MCU. So
Well, in his first 2 movies, yeah, he was he had his moments, but they were all, emotionally driven and felt
Mhm.
right. Of course, I think that you probably can just attest that to the great actor that plays him.
Correct.
But yeah, I wonder if we'll see another side of him in the next film.
Could
Who
be.
knows? Who
They're
knows?
utilizing him a lot, which is fun. So
Yeah. Oh my God, and poor Vision. He's died now twice on Disney Plus.
yeah. Yeah.
Pretty sad.
He looked so cool.
He does look cool as cartoon.
He looks cool as a cartoon.
Yeah, I really like. I don't know. I also just hearing his voice too.
Mhm.
Was just like, I like this.
Yeah, it really worked. I felt like
Mhm.
the way that they animated him allowed him to look more android than human.
Mhm.
So,
Totally.
which for this storyline really helped.
Totally. But yeah, this was a really dope. I mean, I enjoyed the episode.
Do you like zombie movies
do.
and stuff? Okay.
Yeah, I think that if you're a fan of any zombie movies, because there were just so many great classic zombie movie tropes. You know, what I mean, like they played really well and authentic to the style. I thought it was great.
Yeah, I am not a huge zombie person. I've seen just
wait, you're not a zombie?
I'm not a zombie. Just purely because you know that I can't handle a ton of gore and blood,
Oh, of
and
course.
generally
I should have
zombie
known
movies
that.
are
I'm an
like
idiot.
you know, they have to eat people. So
right. It's kind of their thing.
it's kind of the thing.
Yeah.
But I have seen Zombieland.
This was diet gore.
This was-
but
yeah.
We did see some.
Yeah, I was okay with it in a cartoon form. I was okay.
Yeah. Much
Um,
easier.
Yeah, so I've never seen Walking Dead. Never seen any of the, like, you know, the big zombie movie. But I have seen
Walking Dead
I have seen Zombieland.
would ruin you.
Yeah, Walking Dead.
forever.
I would not ever sleep ever again.
Oh, Zombieland was fun. I really liked that.
yeah, that was a
yeah.
fun movie, and they made
And
a
you
lot
probably
of.
saw that there was a little bit of that. There's
Yeah,
like
they
a
made
twinge of
they
that
made
in
a couple
this.
of references to Zombieland, especially
For
in the Peter Parker documentary
Yes,
section. That
yes.
was like a total nod to Zombieland.
100%. For sure.
Sweet. Well, do you want to give us the episode breakdown, and then we can?
Yeah, let's zip through it. Why don't we? And of course, interrupt me at any moment if you get like
I
inspired.
will.
Or
I
you
have
to
one
poop
question.
or
Do
something.
you want me to pretend to be Dino in this episode as well?
Oh my God! Yes, please.
Okay, I'll try every once in a while to say something Dino-esque, and then.
Okay, good, excellent. That's great. Oh my God, I'm very much looking forward to that. Oh, we open with Hulk being shot through space via the Bifrost after he got his huge green ass handed to him by Thanos. And he crash lands into Doctor Strange's NYC Sanctum staircase.
Mhm.
It's almost a shot-by-shot, frame-by-frame remake of Infinity War until he isn't greeted by Doctor Strange and Wong. He's greeted by no one. He thinks he's too late and Thanos already snapped everyone. Unfortunately for him, it's much worse. He is greeted outside by the children of Thanos in the street outside the sanctum. This time it's just Bruce that's gonna fight all alone until from behind Ebony Maw, which I totally didn't realize that's what his name was. I had to look it up, and I was just like, Ebony Maw, wow, cool.
Oh, I hate that guy.
I know, I'm a bad nerd.
That's okay.
But yes, from behind Ebony Maw, as he's monologuing and being dramatic, we see Iron Man's hand come through a portal ring and pew his ass with one shot to the head. Dead. That was easy. Then we see more familiar Avengers, Iron Man, Wong, and Doctor Strange, come out and seemingly make quick work of the two of them.
And
But then-
also we get the Avengers theme.
Thank you so much, Dino. I really appreciate it.
I don't know why he was kind of Sean Connery, but
Yeah, but that works. That totally works. Oh my God.
all right, that's gonna be my last Dino, I think.
That was it. God damn it. Oh,
If I feel the spirit move me, maybe I'll give you one more.
Yes, please, God, feel the spirit. Okay, here we go. Yes. Yes, they're making quick work of them. But then we quickly realize the Avengers are avenging a little too hard and ripping the bodies apart and eating them. And then the big reveal, zombies. Dun, dun, dun. Which is so crazy. I wasn't expecting that.
Mm-mm.
Even though the name
It's
of the
not like the episode was called that, or we haven't seen any artwork of the
No,
characters
no,
as
no.
zombies.
was very surprising.
Total surprise.
So interesting that in this zombie universe, the zombies are seemingly fairly smart and are still able to remember how to use their own technology and magic, which makes them incredibly dangerous.
Yeah,
it made
that
me
was
think
the
of the difference
scariest
between-
part for sure. That they like
what?
that was the scariest part for sure. 'Cause,
Yeah.
like zombies normally are just like no brains.
Yeah, and
And-
like most zombie movies, they're like slow and
Yeah.
and stupid.
Oh, I remembered another zombie. Well, there are zombies in it. The movie Paranorman, and I love that movie.
Aw, yeah, that was a cute movie.
It was really cute. Okay, keep going.
Very, very cute. So yeah, I thought about that, and it made me think of the difference between like the zombies in Night of the Living Dead versus like the zombies in 28 Days Later, which I don't. You haven't seen that. for
Definitely
sure.
no, never, nope.
Definitely no, never. So in 28 Days Later, they like upped the ante as far as the zombie like genre, because in this film they were like randomly they could all run really fucking fast.
Oh, scary.
Which was awful. Like just the
yeah.
added speed like of
Right.
of brain eating thing. It was terrifying. Yeah. Anyway,
Yeah, you don't want
So-
that. You want slow zombies.
you want slow, stupid zombies.
Yeah.
Yes. At least give me time to think about what I need to
Yeah.
do. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, thankfully, Doctor Strange's cape is not a living being and apparently can't be zombified and is helping Bruce not die. And we see our first Avenger death, with Wong getting his head severed off by one of the portal rings. Whoops. Funny, because this is sort of matching what happens in Infinity War when Wong cuts off Cull Obsidian's arm
Yeah,
off and
totally.
kicks it. Yeah, it's very much a little wink and a nod there. And right when it seems like Bruce is going to be next on the dinner menu, we get swarms of bugs disintegrating our zombie Avengers. And Hope reveals herself not zombified, and Bruce asks, "Who are you?" And she says, "All that's left." Which is, just a great one-liner zombie line. And she's Hope. Hope is all that's
Mhm.
left. Very adorable.
Yes,
Boop, boop, beep.
yes.
Bruce gets scooped up by Spider-Man. Oh, I wish I was scooped up by Spider-Man. Also not zombified, and also one of the only cast members to not be the OG actor, which is he is the actor-singer Hudson Thames.
He did a great job.
He did a great job.
Yeah, he did a great job. He definitely has a similar vocal quality to
Yep.
Tom Holland, and
I still felt super attracted to Spider-Man.
Yeah,
So
so it
everything
worked.
everything is working.
all the
Yeah,
boxes were
mhm.
checked.
Yeah. Also, his cartoon version was very cute. Then we see the Watcher in the sky doing what he does best, watching and monologuing. And this time we even see more definition in his face. We see skin color and even a mouth and face wrinkles.
And a goatee.
So my theory about the Watcher getting increasingly more visible is kind of starting to look hella confirmed.
Yes.
And it makes me wonder, what his end game is by the season finale. Will he finally intervene? And if he does, what would the consequences be? I can't wait to find out.
Yes.
Do you kind of feel like it's sort of heading in the same direction?
I do. Yeah. I think just based on all the hints that we've gotten every single episode, it feels like it feels like we're going to definitely have more of a Watcher storyline coming up.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, more Watcher-centric. Yeah, that would be interesting. I didn't even think about that, but him being sort of the thing. Well, there have been some theories going around on the interwebs about because I think in the comics and there was a Watcher from another universe.
Sure.
That was the catalyst that sent the zombie virus.
Oh, interesting. Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
I have not read the zombies comics.
Yeah, neither have
so I don't know. I don't know about that, but there's not that many.
Although they
There's
look
not that
great.
many of them. Yeah, there's not that many. I think there's 6 or 7 total.
Yeah, and they're pretty new, I think, too.
Yes, 2005.
Oh, 2005.
Mhm.
Got it.
Yeah, which
Yeah, that's at least
which
to me
feels-
that feels relatively
that feels
new.
new, but that was 16 years ago.
That was 16 years ago.
I really hate that.
God.
I keep doing the same thing. I'll be like, "Oh yeah, that's like a newish thing," and Chassie will be like, "It was like 20 years ago." And I'm like, "Well, I'm not that old. Why am I already doing? Why am I already doing that thing that old people do?"
Oh, I hate that. Gross.
Ugh, sick.
Yeah, fucking gross.
Yeah, 2005, Marvel Zombies came out, and it was written by Robert Kirkman with art by Sean Phillips
Yes.
and covers by Arthur Suidam. Yeah. Suidam, maybe.
Oh, Suidam.
I'm not really
Right.
sure. Suydam.
There you got it. Everybody Google
So,
it.
sorry, Arthur, that I didn't
Sorry, Arthur.
Sorry, didn't learn how to say your name before I said it.
But we still honor you nonetheless. Oh, gosh. Anyway, The Watcher lets us in on how this universe came to be the way that it is, with a little flashback. As it turns out, when Hank Pym goes into the quantum realm to look for his wife, he does find her. But it seems while she was in the quantum realm, she got a bad case of the quantum zombie virus. So apparently that's a thing now. Cool. But honestly, I love this because it's just as vague as any zombie film would be about how it all started. I mean, and I love that. And it's staying true to the form. And you don't want to overload a zombie flick with too much exposition. I mean, that's not what we came to the zombie movie
that's
for.
that's not the thing. That's not the
Yeah.
style.
It's not the style. That being said, do you all have any thoughts or ideas where it came from? Or, really more of the question of, do you think it was natural or do you think it was engineered?
Mm.
Like, do you think it had some
Right,
kind of
right.
original purpose? And
I
because
sort
a
of-
lot of times when they're engineered, they're like a chemical weapon or whatever
Sure,
it may be.
sure.
Like, it's like, oh, it went out of control. It's not what we intended. Or do you think that, like, this is exactly what somebody intended to happen?
I feel like that's more likely.
Yeah.
I
I guess
do.
in a Marvel universe,
Yeah,
it does
in like a
feel
comic,
like that.
comic-y Marvel world, I feel like that would make more sense that
Some powerful
somebody, I mean, I don't want to ruin the end, but like we saw who else became a zombie at the end of this
Right.
show.
Yes.
So like
No, it's
we-
okay. We can talk about it. I mean, like, if
Yeah.
Thanos...
if Thanos like is a zombie himself, I feel like
yes.
maybe I don't know.
Was there somebody out there that wanted Thanos
Mm-hmm.
to eventually become a zombie?
Right.
Like in order to, maybe thwart his plans of snapping half the universe,
Right, yeah.
It's like maybe they thought it would be the lesser evil or something like that.
Yeah.
Very interesting. But yeah, let us know in the comments below what you guys think. So Hank gets chomped on.
Mm-hmm,
And his wife uses the ship to come out of the quantum realm and chomp on Ant-Man. Thankfully, Hope gets away. And as we pan from Ant-Man getting eaten alive, we see a very classic zombie horror movie trope with the hand streaking down the foggy window, masking the horror on the other side. And we then see Hawkeye, Black Widow, Captain America, Iron Man, and Black Panther getting off the jet to fight the zombie apocalypse. This is still part of the flashback, by the way.
Yes.
I guess in this universe, it was the zombie apocalypse that made them forgive each other from the events of Civil War and not Thanos. Needless to say, we see them getting overrun with zombies, and we're led to believe they're all zombies now. And then we flash to an adorable homemade rules video made by Peter Parker, which feels, like we said before, very much in the style of Zombieland, which is such a hilarious and surprisingly great zombie film. Like,
Yeah.
in the grand, like, lexicon of zombie films, it is, like, up there. It's actually really, really great if you've never seen it. In the video, we are introduced to the other survivors. Happy Hogan, wearing a shirt that I need to own immediately that says, "I'm not single. I'm saving myself for Thor."
Yeah, you really do need that shirt.
Honestly, like, great shirt material. I also of note, I don't know. It could be both ways, and either way, I'm like, we love it. It's like either he's now another confirmed gay character, or just wearing the shirt ironically. But like either way, we love it.
We're here for it.
We're here for it, and we love you, Jon Favreau. And then we have the most random character of the episode, Kurt, from the Ant-Man films. I thought that was hilarious that he's there. And then, oh my sweet baby Jesus, we get steamy and dreamy Bucky Barnes in the naked...
In the Shao.
Oh my God. Describing the rule about keeping yourself clean because zombies can smell your pheromones and dirty skin smell. Other shows like Walking Dead have shown similar zombie rules, and they use like zombie guts and dirt to cover their skin at several points in the show.
Grody.
Not to like spoil things for you, but yeah, it's pretty fucking disgusting, but it's amazing. Ooh, yeah, that one scene. Oh yeah, I don't want to talk about it. In case you guys ever want to watch Walking Dead, like they admittedly kind of jumped the shark like towards the end. I kind of lost track because I haven't watched the last maybe 2 seasons. But it's a brilliant show. Anyway, and then we get Sharon Carter, assumedly not the Shadow Broker yet.
The Power Broker.
Yes, the Power Broker.
Power.
Oh,
power.
yeah, not
It's
Shadow
power.
Broker.
Not...
Shadow Broker is from Mass Effect. Different.
Yes.
Different. Very different.
Yes, it's power.
Also
it's always
very
power.
wonderful.
I'm Dino again. You missed my Dino.
Oh, damn it! I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's okay.
You're gonna have to do it again.
No. Oh, I just said. Excuse me. It's power. It's not Shadow.
Oh God. Yes. Mass Effect, great game. Has nothing to do with Marvel though. Here we go. And then we get Okoye, who has been apparently looking for T'Challa, who went missing. And it looks like they're bunkered up in a really clever contraption made out of city buses, all stuck together with spider webs hanging between buildings high above the streets below. Clever girl. They're using one of Tony's Iron Man gauntlets to project a holographic computer screen, and they're analyzing a signal they received. Sharon says it's coming from Camp Lehigh, which is where Captain America trained in the first film.
Yes.
We've been here several times.
Yeah, they hid out. He and Natasha, Captain America and Natasha, like hid out there during Winter Soldier.
Yes.
Lots of Camp Lehigh moments.
Yeah, that's where we found a computerized version of what's his name? Oh God,
I can't remember his name right now. The little Hydra guy.
Yeah, the little Hydra guy. You little boop.
If Dino were here, he would know the name.
Of course he would. He's always the first. Yeah, I never write them down because I usually know that he's gonna like. He's like, oh yeah, that's.
So
that's
Dino, when you're listening to this, go ahead and scream it out for the people.
Ah! Happy is driving them in a van to Grand Central Station so they can take the train to New Jersey. And then we get a jump scare with what seems to be a giant zombie, but it turns out their van is just really tiny thanks to Hope and her Pym particles. They make the van big again and explode the zombie and proceed into the station. Also, I'd like to point out that, like, I liked that they did this several times throughout the episode. It became like a theme that like Peter Parker has like a few jump scares. Like,
Yeah.
Every time he pops into camera, he's like, "Hey," it's like, "Done."
Yeah,
Very,
and he
very funny.
even commented on it.
Yes,
he,
yes.
yeah.
He's like, "Oh God, did I jump scare
I jump scared you.
But yeah, it's hilarious because he's like the character in this that seems the most like meta aware
Sure.
of zombie films and like how they usually pan out and like what the rules are and
Yeah,
stuff.
which is a fun like little callback to he's like always talking about movies and TV shows and stuff.
He
and
is the resident
Yeah.
Marvel nerd.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I think he makes actually a reference to Empire Strikes Back in
Oh, totally. Yes, he
yeah,
does. Yes.
and I think Tony is like, how have you seen that movie? Like,
Yeah. Yeah. It's kind of fun that like in this universe, like there are still nerd fandoms that
Mhm.
we know and love in there.
yeah, that's always fun. I love those little like meta moments where we can be like, oh, okay, it's still
The only one they're not aware of apparently is the MCU.
that's so strange. I don't know.
At least not yet.
Right? We could be
haven't-
we could be in another dimension aware of the Avengers in another universe.
I literally just thought about that just now, and that would be very interesting if, like, in this multiverse, they find a place where they're, like, ultra aware of themselves somehow. That would
Yeah.
be really, really
We also
interesting.
kind of just described the plot of Galaxy Quest.
Yeah! Yeah, you're not wrong. Oh, you know, honestly, I wouldn't mind an MCU Galaxy Quest. That'd be fun.
Yeah.
So anyway,
Gorky neck, Gorky neck.
Oh gosh, I love that movie so much. Meanwhile, the other survivors are being attacked by zombie Falcon,
Hmm.
and oh, I'm sorry, I skipped. While in the station, Happy gets shot by zombie Hawkeye with an arrow, and we see Sharon get shot as well. People dying left and right in this episode, which is very typical of zombie movie rules.
Sure.
Nobody is safe. Doesn't matter how likable your character is.
You're probably gonna die.
You're probably gonna die. You're gonna get eaten, and it's gonna be sad because that's what they like to do. Meanwhile, the other survivors are being attacked by zombie Falcon, like I said before. And Okoye saves the day by slicing Falcon in half. Woof. Interesting to note that Okoye, played by Denai Guerrera, is in familiar territory here since she has played a character named Michonne in AMC's Walking Dead TV series.
There you go.
She's a badass bitch that uses katana swords to slice and dice. I'm telling you, she is so fucking good in that show. Anyway. The train doesn't have any power, so Spider-Man uses the springiness of his spider webbing to launch the train out of the station, effectively jump-starting the train. Doctor Strange's cloak finds Peter Parker, and now we see why we saw Peter Parker with it on in the press release pics.
Yeah, they tricked us a little bit there.
They
but-
tricked us! I said we proposed that we were going to see a universe where somehow Peter Parker becomes the Sorcerer Supreme, but it seems we were mistaken.
He was just wearing a cape, okay?
Just wearing the cape, just being cute. I mean, of course, that's
Forget
at
the
least-
little girl and get the cape.
You did it instead of me. Thank you. I
You're welcome.
appreciate it. Oh, great. Oh gosh, but yes. So we were mistaken, but you know, as of now, you know, we don't know. We could eventually see a Spider-Man Sorcerer Supreme. You never know.
Yeah.
And also, it could be a hint as to what's to come in his movie. Cause she did say a line where he's just like, oh, I don't know if it fits me. And he's just like, oh, you'll grow into it.
Yeah.
You know, like
They also could just
interesting
be
line to
messing
say.
with us, too. They could be messing with
that's
us.
also very plausible. Then we get Zombie Cap eating Sharon Carter.
Aw.
Bummer.
Yeah, this like felt like another shocking version of their kiss.
Oh, I did not think about that, but yes. Oh God, yikes.
Yeah, somebody.
You're kissing her a little too hard. Whoa,
whoa,
whoa.
too much teeth.
Yeah. Oh God. And then we get the frame from the teaser trailer with Cap revealing his spooky zombie face, and he attacks Bucky. Cool fight sequence ensues where Bucky eventually catches Cap's shield and uses it to slice zombie Cap in half.
Yeah.
And then he says, I guess it's the end of the line, which is a callback to the films with him saying that he'd be there for him to the end of the line.
Yeah.
So sad. And then Hope asks how Spider-Man keeps so positive and bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. And he tells her that he's lost a lot and mentions all the people he's lost, including Uncle Ben, which surprisingly is the first time that he's been mentioned in the MCU thus far.
Yeah.
Didn't realize that until I was reading up on it in my research, and I was like, oh my God, that's so weird.
They just never talked about him.
Just haven't mentioned him yet.
Mm-mm.
I mean, I imagine it's because like he's just been such a staple in both like the first two iterations of the Spider-Man films.
Sure.
So they were like, we should maybe change it up. I think people are probably like, we get it. He's dead.
It's sad, and he's dead.
It's sad, and he's sad about it.
Right.
Let's move on. But maybe we'll find out more about him in the next movie, now that he's sort of been talked about. Or maybe not.
Yeah.
They arrive at Camp Lehigh, but it's overrun with zombies, and they don't know how to get through them safely. So in the typical zombie movie show fashion, we get a sacrifice. She's going to sacrifice herself.
You have to say it.
Hope uses her PIM particles to make herself big enough to carry the survivors over the zombies and put them safely on the other side of the fence before she is overrun by zombies climbing up her body. I'm realizing now that I totally forgot to mention that Hope unfortunately got cut in one of her run-ins with zombies and is now infected. Another zombie movie trope where we see someone getting a slight cut or something where their blood is exposed to the virus, and then we see their slow and steady decline into zombie form, and then all the survivors have to be like, oh God, what are we gonna do? I don't want to kill her, but we love her. Yeah, literally every single time. After being dropped off by Big Hope, the survivors realize the zombies are being kept at bay by something because they aren't crossing the boundary of the camp, even though they should be very capable of doing so. They come to realize that it was Vision all along. He's been using the Mind Stone to keep them out, and also has been running experiments to remove the zombie virus from an infected body using the Mind Stone. He reveals that he had some success by testing it on Ant-Man, only the only thing left of him is his head.
Yes.
So now he exists like a fishbowl head straight out of an episode of Futurama.
Yeah, so that's actually a direct callback to the zombie comics.
Oh, it is? Okay, I was wondering that.
Yeah, that Janet Van Dyne is the one in the
she's
in the glass
the one.
container.
Got it.
It's not just her head, though. It is her whole body. But, like, the glass container thing is, like, over her head. Kind of like an astronaut situation.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
So it is something that she, like, has to wear now.
Yeah, she has to wear the jar over her head in order to be alive.
God. So she's got to, like, eat by, like, a feeding tube or some shit?
I don't even know.
They don't explain that.
They
in the
didn't go
comics,
into that. It's not really the...
They don't like to explain things in comics much.
But how does she pee?
Yeah. It's just like, yeah, anyways. I'm not even going to go there. I'm not even going to go there. And then we get the big twist. Bucky finds T'Challa is alive and apparently has had his leg amputated and assumedly fed to zombie Wanda.
Yes, this is also a direct call back to the zombie comics, but
It is.
but Hank Pym is feeding pieces of T'Challa to Janet.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Gross.
Yeah.
Gross. But yes, Wanda is being contained, albeit poorly. So Vision lured them all there so that he could feed them to Wanda and keep her there. Ugh. So Wanda breaks loose, because obvi, and holy shit, she is terrifying.
She is so scary.
My God. Vision now realizes that he needs to help the survivors escape because his idea was clearly unsustainable and fucking stupid.
Yeah, what was he
so
thinking?
So he blows a hole through the roof so they can all run out. And Ant-Man is now being carried by Doctor Strange's magic cloak, and he hilariously says, "Wingardium Leviosa!" A Harry Potter reference, which surprisingly enough is not owned by Disney yet.
No. You can't have it. You can't have everything.
No, God, stop buying things. Hilarious that in the MCU, everyone still knows the pop culture that we all know and love. We talked about this earlier. Okoye gets sucked back in with Wanda and tells T'Challa, "Wakanda forever." Oh. Then Vision effectively seals the building shut and the Mind Stone laser. Assumedly Okoye is dead, but
yeah.
we didn't see a body, so I mean, like, in my mind, and this is also like a trope of zombie films, but just films in general. But like, no body, no death.
Correct.
That's my opinion.
Correct.
Those are just the rules. I don't make the rules. Those are the rules. Then Vision effectively commits suicide by ripping out the Mind Stone from his own head. Yikes.
That was upsetting.
Very, very upsetting. I was like, wow.
Ugh.
Wow. So the gang takes the Mind Stone with them to the quad jet in the hangar. Bucky gets flung into who knows where.
Mm-hmm.
So that's another character that like is a question mark by the end of this.
Right.
Bruce Banner decides he's gonna go distract Wanda while they try to take off. He tells Spider-Man to avenge them, effectively making Spider-Man an official Avenger. It happened in Infinity War by Tony Stark while they were headed to space together.
Mm-hmm.
So it's cute that it happened, but like just in a different way here. Bruce finally is able to unleash the Hulk. Yes! And he's able to fight off the zombies and zombie Wanda while the quad jet takes off. And I was like, damn, I really wanted to see that fight.
Yeah, that would have been
dope. We just got to see like one good little punch and then that was it. Also, there's another question mark at the end of this episode. What happened to the Hulk?
Yeah.
And then the final surviving members are in the quad jet heading for Wakanda because Okoye said they had the technology there that could potentially harness the power of the Mind Stone to cure the zombie virus. And we get this sweet scene with T'Challa speaking to Peter Parker and saying his line about how death is just the beginning. It was very sweet, which has a really obviously touching double meaning now for obvious reasons. And then the classic zombie movie question mark ending. We see the borders of Wakanda, and it looks like zombies are inside trying to get out. Yikes. And then the even bigger reveal. Thanos has 5 of the 6 stones in his gauntlet, and he is now an effing zombie. And he is looking for the last stone, which is now in Wakanda with the survivors.
Oh,
Part
no.
2? Please
Maybe.
let there be a part 2.
I feel like there should be, right?
There's like so much more story to tell. I mean,
Well, yeah, and if they're just
obviously-
maybe part 2 next season.
Yeah. I feel like that's very, very plausible.
Or maybe-
my God,
but
we have to
maybe
wait an
we'll-
entire year for part 2.
Maybe we'll get part 2 next episode. Who knows?
Yeah, very plausible too. Also plausible. It just it's like, there's just like so many other Marvel heroes that we didn't see, like the Guardians of the Galaxy, and,
Right,
like,
right,
Thor,
yeah.
and, I mean, like there's plenty more story to tell.
Indeed.
Yeah. But yeah, I have a question for you. So like, Zombie Thanos gets the 6th stone and completes his Infinity Gauntlet. So what does he use it for? If he's not gonna zap, I mean, like, does he still go with his plan to snap half of the universe, or do you think he's got like just zombie wants and needs now? Like, does he just like just keep snapping new brains? Yeah, right.
I don't know.
Just so he's constantly satiated with human flesh.
It sort of depends because, like what you said, these zombies that we're dealing with are not our normal, typical like dumb. We only want brains zombies.
Right. Yeah.
So
I mean, we haven't heard them like talk. Wait, did we hear them speak? No.
No, they just made noises.
They're just like, yeah.
But
so
there's obviously like enough awareness in, I don't know. So
well, yeah, because I think that like there was a couple of times where we were kind of led to believe that maybe they still had some of their emotions left too, because like Wanda.
Yeah, when she finds Vision.
Yeah,
she freaks out.
Right?
Yeah.
So I wasn't crazy by seeing that.
No. That was definitely there. So
okay, cool.
I mean, I don't know. If I had to guess, I would say that like Thanos still is going to do the snap, or still going to do something that huge. Something
like on that same level, but maybe slightly different.
Yeah, that's my feeling about
something
it. But
earth-shattering.
Yeah. What about you? What do you think? Do you think he'll do something different, or?
I in my head, I was thinking that he would just like start snapping like more bodies for him to eat, but but that seems sort of silly, and like would be the kind of like because like like they probably wouldn't give like that. That because like that's almost kind of like a better ending. Like oh, that's nice. Yeah. They made it seem like
not
it
as
was
many
like
people. Not as many people die now.
Yeah, but like in this, like at least with the way that they made the what do you call it? The cliffhanger, like showing him with the stones.
Yeah, because he still raises it like exactly how he does the snap and everything.
Totally.
So...
It looks exactly like almost frame by frame from that like post-credit scene of Avengers Age of Ultron, where he's just like, I'll do it myself, that whole thing. So yeah, it does feel like he's about to do something real naughty.
Yeah.
So yeah, maybe it's not just snapping more bodies for him to eat.
For sure.
So yeah, you might be right. He might be either snapping at all the universe, like in addition to what he's like the zombie shit, and maybe he's got more spooky stuff to do. But yeah, that was the episode.
It was pretty cool. I liked it. I liked it a lot.
I guess in the grand scheme of things, because it's it's so hard to compare these episodes because they're all so different style wise.
Yeah.
But like I think still my favorite is the last episode, and maybe the T'Challa as Star-Lord are still my favorite too. Like they're kind of up there, I think, on the same level for me. But this one was great too, because I'm obviously a huge fan of zombie films, and it was really fun.
Yeah, it was fun and thrilling, and I can do this kind of zombie movie for sure.
Yeah, this is edible for Alyssa.
Yes. So the episode was like. And we talked about some of them, but it was like chock full of Easter eggs and callbacks to the movies,
and the comics, of course,
But I'll breeze through some of the ones that I thought were kind of cool.
Oh yeah, lit.
So the virus origin story in the zombie comics is that Sentry, who's a character, comes back infected into Earth and infects everybody. So that's how that happens in the comics. So if they are
Wait, which one is Sentry?
He has like a yellow and blue and he has a big S on the front of him. He kind of looks like Superman.
Oh, that's familiar.
There's a
Okay.
big S on the front, so it's like the Superman equivalent of.
Got it.
Yeah, they just they both rip each other off.
We
But
love that.
yeah, so that's that, and then obviously in
origin
this
story.
this one it was Janet.
The
that-
Pims.
The Pims were responsible. We already talked about the Zombieland documentary, homemade documentary. They called Kurt David Malkian.
Yeah.
They called him the resident weirdo. So it's kind of like, a little call to the video game Resident Evil.
Oh my God, I did not even pick up on that. How did I not pick up on
I
that?
don't know. That's your world.
I freaking love Resident Evil, you guys.
Um,
And actually, that is one of the very few video game films that actually
that did
was
well.
relatively good. Yeah, the first one. The
Gotcha.
first one.
Gotcha.
Yeah, the other ones kind of definitely jumped the shark for sure. But
Yeah.
yeah, the first Resident Evil film is very decent.
We have in Bucky's shower scene, his shower curtains were a bunch of like Captain America shields.
Oh
So
yeah,
that was kind of cute and funny.
very adorable.
In Peter's video,
I'm gonna play that scene over and over.
Oh gosh,
again.
Daniel. In Peter's little vlog thing, he calls Sharon the blonde Bond,
Oh my God, yes.
which obviously is like a funny reference to when they announced that Daniel Craig was going to be the new 007, and people are like,
Right.
"What, a blonde James Bond?"
Yes.
But almost 5 movies later, I think he's doing
He's
just fine.
fine.
Yeah, he's doing just
he's
fine.
doing just fine. I'm so excited to see the new movie.
It looks amazing.
Looks very expensive.
Yeah, we saw the trailer in IMAX form the other
Oh my
day,
God.
and yeah, it's
Overwhelming.
It looks awesome. So Kurt calls Peter Spider Boy, which
Oh,
is
yes.
Tony calls him that once in, I think when they meet for the first time in
I think so, too,
Spider-Man
yeah.
Homecoming. But actually, Spider Boy is a character in the comics. And he appeared for the first time in a 1996 Marvel versus DC comic, which is it's a mashup of Spider-Man and Superboy. So they're if you ever have a chance to read any of the Marvel DC mashups, they're dope as hell.
Oh, sure.
And I'm still holding out for a possibility of a James Gunn potential Marvel DC mashup.
Could you even imagine?
I will lose it.
Whoa.
And he's the guy to do it. Like
You're not wrong, yeah, because now that he's done both, he would be the most likely candidate to like bridge the gap. Maybe, yeah, I could see that.
Yeah, there's
Because in that sense, like I think that you need that humor.
Yeah, you do. It cannot take itself too seriously.
No, absolutely not.
I just read a four book run of the Justice League versus the Avengers comic.
Oh, okay.
And it is so cool.
Ooh,
So, if it's not that, something along those lines would be really dope.
cool. I'm into it.
Maybe even in animated form. I'd be
Give
down.
it
I'd
to
be down
me.
for that.
Oh yeah, that'd be fun.
Yeah.
Sure.
We also
Fine.
Give me that.
Just fine. Just do it then.
Yeah. Somebody.
Idiots.
We talked a little bit about Wanda being aware of Vision dying in this.
Yes.
And this story kind of like paralleled the mirror version of WandaVision.
Oh, right.
Yeah, with Vision, dealing with a very sick and potentially dying Wanda, and he's going to
Right.
do everything that he can for her, and he doesn't have it in him to kill her, basically.
Ugh. Jeez.
The last thing, and this was really quick. I only caught it my second time around, but when after Vision dies and the zombies are like pouring in to Camp Lehigh,
Yep.
you can see Deadpool in the
Wait.
crowd.
The hell you say?
Yeah.
No
Yes.
way.
Yeah, it's he's not masked, but he's got the double the twin katana
Oh my
on
god.
his back.
Wait, so when did this happen?
right after Vision like rips the Mind Stone out.
Oh, so
and
he's one of the zombies.
He's one of
now.
the zombies.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
I'm
so-
dead.
Yeah, it definitely looked like him. It could have just been like, oh, we're gonna make everybody think that it's him.
Well, sure.
Because you never know. Because like, but I mean, Wanda has mutant powers, and she became a
Yeah.
zombie. So
Sure.
because that was the thing that people were like, there's no way that he could have become a zombie or become infected because, of his
I
powers.
love that people
but,
like make rules.
and I'm like, you
know.
guys, you don't know.
What? Yeah. Since when?
Yeah. So, I did see like the double swords in there, and then I like went back and watched again. I'm like, it really, really does look like him. And then
I
of
love
course,
that.
all the nerds.
I sincerely hope it's true. That's a great Easter
yeah,
egg. I love
all the nerds online were like, it's him. It's definitely him.
it has to be.
So those are the ones that I thought were the most interesting. There were so many.
Those are some good Easter
Those
eggs.
are delicious
It feels just like Easter.
Cadbury
doesn't
eggs. It is.
It is.
Christ the Lord is risen
Yeah.
today. Awesome. Well, do you have any other thoughts before we
I mean,
say goodbye?
like, other than the fact that I cannot freaking wait for the next episode, I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know. Gosh. What do we got? What do we got on the docket for? I mean,
I think
obviously
the
we
most
have our next
recent
What If episode.
we'll have the next What If episode, but coming up pretty soon we have the new Star Wars Visions series.
Ooh, woo, woo.
which,
I can't. Oh my god, I keep forgetting that that's happening so
yeah,
soon.
coming out on the 22nd of this month.
guys, that's gonna be so freaking dope.
So that's coming up. I think that is it.
And that is all.
Yeah, that is it. That's it.
At least that in the
for the month
near
of September. Yeah, for October
Yeah.
we're going to be busy.
Future. Yes. Oh yes.
Got lots of things coming up. I think we talked about last week briefly that the Venom date was moved earlier.
Right.
So we're getting that on like I think the 1st or 2nd of October.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So there's some fun stuff coming up, and
It's very exciting.
it is exciting.
And also, do you want to talk about? I think we should at least like plug it again and ask people to write in.
Oh yes, our
some
new
things.
which we haven't launched yet, but we are going to be adding a new segment called Tauntaun Tales.
Tauntaun Tales.
And we want everybody to write in and just tell us some nerdy stories. Tell us like about the first time that you watched Star Wars, the first time that you realized that you were a huge Marvel fan.
Yeah, if you got a touching,
Yeah.
it doesn't even have to be super touching, obviously, but just like what made a certain fandom special to you, you know what I mean, and like really made you like as nerdy as you are today,
Yeah.
you know?
Because ultimately, like, that's why we started this podcast in the first place, is that, like, our friendship was, like, really kind of rooted in all of this nerdy stuff.
Yeah.
And theater, obviously, too. But,
Obviously. Yeah, very very specific.
yeah, we're this sort of, like, branch of, like, theater nerds. And, and then we just were like, we want to talk about this as much as possible. So let's make a podcast so we have, we have a reason to be watching and reading and researching all of the nerdy things all the time.
Yes, right.
So,
This is giving us
so we want
purpose.
to connect with you guys as you all as well, and learn about those moments in your life. So send us an email at insidethetauntaunpodcast@gmail.com, or slide into our DMs at Inside the Tauntaun on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, wherever.
All the above.
Yes. So
And hopefully soon on TikTok.
Yeah,
Just-
we're working on
it's a work in
it.
progress. Working
Working on it. But thanks so much for listening. Hopefully you listened even though Dino wasn't here.
Oh,
And
yeah, they're like, he's not here? I'm hate
out.
the show.
I hate those 2 of the 3s.
Yeah, F those queers. Wow,
Yeah.
you guys
Whoa.
are really...
Gosh, okay.
Really awful.
You're mean to yourselves. Yeah. Okay, great. Well, thanks so much for listening. This is Inside the Tauntaun, a podcast in the multiverse of fandom. I'm Alyssa Simmons.
And I'm Daniel Dawson.
And I'm Dina McAndrews.
That was good. May the force be with you.
Always. See
Inside the Tauntaun podcast. Please like and subscribe.